Thank you, gentlemen. And a pretty dominating win there by CLG. And that's where I want to jump right into our first replay, Kobe, because we saw CLG outplaying across the map on several occasions. So we're going to jump 19 minutes into the game over by the Dragon Pit. Ends up being a 4-0 in favor of CLG.
Yeah, there's a couple interesting things about this team fight. CLG are going to get the steal, but watch Kiwi Kid. He gets the Unbreakable up on Braum to block the Ezreal ultimate, which is the key point of picking Braum in this matchup here. So Smithy and Pobelter combo on this Dragon, and they are able to take it away. But if that Ezreal ult had hit, then it would have been disastrous. The big turn here, Smithy getting out just barely, and Aphromoo hits the turn. Then look at Gamsu. He just missed the taunt as well. Shen missing taunt in a teamfight like that means Shen is absolutely useless. He brings nothing to that teamfight at all. And the turn from Aphromoo right there was beautiful, allowing CLG to go aggressive.
And I love how CLG are playing it because they're in the heads of Dignitas here. And I actually want to pull up the second replay that we have because what they're doing is they're saying, Dignitas, when you were on this big win streak, or this win streak that you had, it was a surge of decisive calls after decisive calls. This is a team that wants to fight you. And as we roll this clip out, you're going to see CLG create a power vacuum. This is like, oh, they are going to fight us. Let's turn this. And then they start this fight off immediately. Everybody is ready to turn on the dime. Aphromoo doesn't have any mana, so he can't really contribute to it, but he still gets involved. It ends up being a very even trade after everything's all said and done, but CLG are preying on the fact that Dignitas are going to take these fights if they make them look tasty. And that's exactly what they did at the Dragon, too. So CLG actually are coming in with a mental game over Dignitas.
All right, so now I want to move to, we've seen the replays, we kind of saw how the games played out. Again, reassess what this means for both teams as we move towards the playoff. CLG, they're on course now for a tiebreaker against Team Liquid if both teams make it to 13-5 after their games tomorrow for one of those first-round buys. So a lot riding on their game tomorrow, but also the possibility of having to play Liquid again. We'll see if they can do that with this kind of decisive play that they showed here.
Yeah, plus we're still waiting to see how Gravity shakes out in that top 3 battle for the buys as well. So exciting day tomorrow.
Now on the other side of it, though, Dignitas, a team that we had high hopes for in the first half of the split, playing well, holding first place at one point in time. They are looking, in a sense, worse and worse here as we come to the close of the split. Now, they're guaranteed a playoff spot, but it's not looking good for that first matchup.
Yeah, they were outplayed. This is a Kog'Maw. They got some kills onto it early. They ended up not being able to ever... You never really saw them be able to play the team comp. It's a protect the Kog'Maw, but CLG picked really well against it. They have all this engaged. They have an Olaf that's always going to apply pressure to the Kog'Maw, so you can't really keep people at an arm's distance. So this was them being outdrafted a little bit. The Olaf last pick seemed like it threw them for a little bit of a loop, but also the tendency to want to take every fight even though you shouldn't be taking it. At that one point, they got Smithy really low. They wanted to keep going. This one, the previous one, the most recent one that we showed, they had already killed Pobelter, and they still wanted more. So they're getting very greedy. So Dignitas needs to reel that back in and be a little more tame with what they're doing.
All right, well, we are on course, it looks like, for a few tiebreakers, possibly a lot of jockeying going on at the top end of the table. We are going to step away while Gravity and Team Impulse load on the stage for a battle for first place in our game of the week. Stay with us.